Okay, people of YouTube, Megasonic Dude 10 here again, this time with a request from a friend. Wanted to know how to do overclocking, and he requested that I teach him about it, and I figured best way to do this would be with a video. So, first things first, this is specifically for Nvidia graphics cards, so those of you who run AMD cards, the ATI cards, or any other weird oddball, this will not work for you. And to prove it, here's my graphics card whoa, there we go, Nvidia Ion. Currently it's underclocked, but that's because it's sitting idle. So, first things first, you'll go to Google. See, I've already got the page open in the search. Type Nvidia System Tools 6.06. Oh, come on, you piece of shit. You can see I've already... Stupid thing changes all the time. Okay. Nvidia System Tool 6.6 and search. And if it's like on my machine, it should be this first one here. Nvidia.com System Tool Software. You'll just click on it. And like my internet is kind of slow, you gotta wait. Once there it is. First day or release date, blah blah blah. This version that I've got here works primarily only on Windows. If you have Linux or Mac OS X or something else, you'll have to go search for it by typing in those operating systems. But this works with everything from Windows XP through 7, both 32 and 64-bit. So you'll just simply click download and wait again. Then once there, you'll click agree and download it. I'm not going to bother to because I've already done that. And then once you download it, wherever you download it to, you'll just simply click on the icon and install it. It should have 3 parts, and I recommend that you install all 3 parts. Oh look, Silver the Werehog. Okay, so once you've installed it, the computer will need to restart. And once you're back in Windows, if you're running Windows 7 like I do, you can simply right click on the desktop and go down to the Nvidia control panel here. See it right there? Click on it and wait again. I really need to ditch this slow hard drive. Okay, once you're there, you'll want to go to device settings over here. Click on device settings. Now first time you click, you're going to get a disclaimer, a little text up here at the screen, and then a little button down here that'll say agree. You'll just click that, and once you do, you'll show up at this screen that I've got here, and your GPU should show up. I only run the one, which is Ion, but for those of you that run 2 or 3 or even a 4-way SLI, you should have the option to select them there. And it'll be selected on factory shipped clocks frequencies. You'll want to change these for overclocking. You'll want to come down here and click custom, and then from there you'll be able to change it. I've already got mine set where I want it, so I'm not going to affect those, but they'll show the factory frequencies. You can just simply click on any space and type them. I'll just give you a demonstration. That said 600. I erased it, but I'm going to retype it. 6 and 00. I didn't change nothing, so nothing changes here. But this machine, the factory graphics clock was 475, memory 790, processor, also known as shader, was at 1092. I now run this Ion at 6, 9, and 1500, so I've got some pretty heavy overclocks on it. For those of you running desktop graphics or something else with more options in it, you should be able to fiddle with the cooling. You will need to be careful with running your clock speeds because it could overheat the card and send it into thermal shutdown. But for those of you that can do heavy overclocking, you may have to adjust voltages if your card will allow that. So you'll have that there. And then I haven't ever messed with the device rules. You'll have to experiment with that yourself. But anyways, once you make changes, you should get down here on the screen somewhere, apply and cancel anytime you make a change. So that gets your card overclocked. you can simply click Save to Profile, and once you do, you can click on Stored Profiles. You can see that I've only got one profile here, the user default. That's the one that I have my overclock saved to. It shows the speeds there. And if for those of you who are super careful, you can just simply click Check Profiles and it'll make sure it's safe. So, now to make your profile run, you'll want to come over here, click Profile Policies, and you'll get this window. If you want to run it when Windows starts, you'll click over here where it says Load this profile. Down here, you'll have actions, and for Windows, the system first starts. Windows is the one you want if you want that overclock to run full time. Then just simply hit this arrow, and it puts that under the conditions are met. Now you need to select your action, load this profile. Click that, select your user profile. If you change the name of it, select that. I'm not going to because I've already got my user default profile loaded, but you would select your profile and then OK at the bottom. And once you do that, you'll just simply hit accept, and down here you'll see a list of rules, and somewhere in the title there you should see the name of your profile in it. So you can see mine here, when the system first starts Windows. This bottom one is my overclock here. I've got that. Come on. Where the fuck are you? There. You can see I've got that box checked, and I've got the rest of these unchecked because I only want that profile. But you may not want that overclock to run all the time, so if you only want it to run whenever you say run a certain program, you can come over here under Manage 3D Settings, and you'll get this page here. And under it, under Programs and Settings, you'll be able to select a program of your choosing wherever you want it is. Select it, click Add. You can change the options on it. Anytime you make a change, you'll get that save and cancel again. And also, one other thing is that if you want every program to run the graphics card by default, you'll want to come under here to Global Settings, because all programs will run on the global settings. For me, I've got it selected for the high performance Nvidia processor because my machine also has integrated graphics, being that's a Asus EPC 1215N. So you can change that again, apply and cancel. You can see I've got it there even though I made no changes, but I'll go ahead. And that's basically what you need. But one last thing here, you can view this system information about the software on this, which is the screen that first showed up. And this is a good way to figure out your graphics driver. Me, I'm running an older 257.43 that came with the machine because I just had problems with every newer graphics driver not allowing the system tools, the control panel, to work, period. So, but it may work for you. You know, I tried driver 280, 275, 285 even, the 290 beta, and none of them would allow the control panel to work, but that's just me. So that's the basics on overclocking your Nvidia graphics card. If you need tips on what good clock speeds for your card, just go to Google or whatever search you use, type in your graphics card model, then just type overclock and you should get some results for forums or whatever else. You can go there to get some good tips on overclocking your graphics card there, what speeds. I run my machine at the recommended speed for my machine is like 535 on the core, 800 on the memory, and like 1200 on the shader, but I don't listen to people very well, and it runs fine at these heavy overclocks I run it at, and has been pretty helpful in some of the games I run. So there you go. Hope this helps. This is for you, Dino. Hope it helps you, man.